It's critically important to do the right thing and not the popular thing. I found myself in a situation much like the assemblyman. I was 36 years old, I had 14 years on the job, and I was not the best choice to be chief. I was a lack of options, to be completely frank with you. I was the sixth leader in 5 years. The state had superseded control of the city. I was in a command position, and I got a phone call one day from the Attorney General, said, "Come to Trenton tomorrow and don't tell anybody you're coming." And I walked in there and they said, "Tomorrow."
That's never a good call.
And it was the second time I ever met the Attorney General, and she said, "Tomorrow I'm naming you police chief. I don't care what you do, the body bags stop piling up." And literally walked me down the next day to all the elected leaders and said, "Here's your police chief, any questions?" And one of them said, "Yeah, what's his name?" And so I was now within an organization which I'm leading. Everybody that at one point in time generally was in charge of me. And I was significantly younger than all of them. But I also realized that I had come up through an organization that had grown to be apathetic, lethargic, and corrupt. And significant change needed to occur. We were on record pace for murders that year. And the first thing I did was I transferred 100 guys that were working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to working nights and weekends when crimes occurring out on the street. So needless to say, I didn't get any Christmas cards that year. I was tremendously, my first 6 months on the job, I had 8 lawsuits filed against me. I had 100 grievances. But the reminder for me in doing what I was doing came on my first week of being chief, and it was by the week's end, in broad daylight, in Whitman Park, right at the corner, right off of right by where you grew up, Bobby. A 4-year-old little boy was running down the street and got caught in a crossfire of 2 drug dealers. And he got shot in the side of the head and was killed. His name was Brandon Thompson. And it was my first week as chief. You can imagine the turmoil that was going on with all the change I was doing so quickly. But at that point in time, I was a line in the sand moment for me. And to all the resistance that I was getting, my reply to the people that were pushing back and fighting was, I got to look a mother in the eye that's just buried her child. And I have to answer the question of what am I going to do to prevent her from burying her next child. And I don't know how I look that woman in the eye and give her a straight answer when cops are working better hours than bankers, right? So it was, for me, it was not about popularity. It was not about consensus. It was about, at the end of the day, I have to look myself in the mirror and ensure that I am doing everything I can to help the people in the city.
That's a tremendous responsibility to take on. So while all of that is happening, what do you like when you're falling asleep at night? Like, are you?
Well, you don't sleep.
Yeah. But isn't that really, really stressful? I mean, you're not. Everybody else is kind of running a business.
Challenges make life interesting, right?
Yeah.
Overcoming them makes it meaningful. And for many regards, it's far easier for me because I see the benefit of our actions every day. I can feel it. I can touch it.